Hi sweet friends, it's Petra here with another Bramble Fox video, and today I'm using the Tropical Leaves cut file you can find in the web shop of Bramble Fox, and they are gorgeous! You see, I cut out a bunch of them and I'm using my watercolor paint to give them a bit of green shades, and I'm using a light and a bluish kind of green to create some interest and give them all a bit of tropical color. So when I'm done painting all those leaves, I'm using that sign die, and it's perfect for this layout. We went to Curacao and they have all these fun signs everywhere, all those little pieces of wood that are painted by local artists. So it was perfect to use this die as an embellishment and color them all in fun tropical colors. I'm sorry for the wriggling of my camera. I'm a bit too enthusiastic when it comes to inking the dies. So I grabbed some of my Ellie Edward stamps, and I'm using little phrases and sentiments to stamp on those little signs. And I'm making sure the arrows are pointing in different ways, so it creates a bit more playful side. And I printed out a photo and cut it into a circle, but it was a bit too small, so I simply have a flat bottom of the photo, but later on in the layout you won't see a thing of. As I always say, we will glue a little flower over it. So I will simply cover it up. So time to start embellishing and using those gorgeous, gorgeous leaves. I really love them. It's really such a great cut file. And since I made an album in a 9x12 album, I'm creating my layouts on a 9x12 sheet this time. Usually I'm a 12x12 girl, but our vacation albums, I still make vacation albums in Project Lifestyle, and then I use 9x12 albums. And I always try to incorporate some layouts in them. So time to stick down that signpost, and then you will see how much fun it is. And I started off with glue, but ended up using some double-sided tape, because due to that leaves it did stick as well as I wanted to. So I'm simply sticking them down a bit crooked to create a more playful look. And with my title I'm covering up that flat base of my photo, so you won't notice that it was printed out a bit too small. So I'm gluing down that title with my glossy accents. And I decide to also incorporate two of those gorgeous tropical flowers. And, well, I often say be at ease with your oops. I could have thought about this stencil a bit earlier, but I didn't. And I did want to create a bit of a sunburst. So this is the most inconvenient way you can think of to use a stencil over your layout. So it's really, what was I thinking? But luckily it turned out okay. It was a bit of a challenge because it's shifting quite easily when you're laying it over your layout itself. So really not a good idea. But I'm always one to show my mistakes because we all make them, and I make them too, as you see. So this was really, really, well, not the most clever way to do that. So I'm finishing off with some Nouveau crystal drops and then some splattering, of course, with an oxide spray. And I wanted to show you how I removed that plastic, which I have no good way to do. I hate those plastics. Who has thought of them? Have they ever tried to remove it themselves? But okay, we have to deal with it. So I'm finishing it off with some splattering, and that's it. I hope you like it. I hope you got some inspiration. I certainly showed you how not to use a stencil. And I hope to see you next time. Please let me know what you think. Please visit our Facebook group and show us your work. And see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye bye.